Hello, SpeedGaming 2. Welcome to Link to the Past Randomizer. Today we have a Casual Boots Tournament round of 16 race. This is the first match in the round of 16 as we head towards the finish line here of the 2025 tournament. We have Gylgamesh and Krawalltofu. I'm probably just going to say Craw. Going forward, just so everybody's aware, but we are good to go. Looks like, yeah, I got some bombs. I missed what Uncle was. Must not have been anything. Looks like we had some mining probably. So yeah, just moving forward. The naming game was Tofu. All right, I'll call him Tofu then. Thanks, Wada. Wadacast. Sorry. But yeah, we for those who are hey, Ninja, thanks Uncle with Big 20. Yeah, thanks Phoenix on the name. So yeah, let's see, got a groupie, single arrow drop. Let's hope for something good here in the back. We're looking for these runners. Hopefully, right around 5-minute escape is pretty common. For top runners and Kaz Boot, so we'll see how close they get. Alright, that mirror's gonna help. That mirror's gonna cut off a minute or so, as I'll be able to mirror back to the front with the Zelda when they pick her up. So that's a really great pickup early on. I'm gonna make routing really interesting once we find Moon Pearl, or once we find access to the Dark World. So we are listening to Sea of Stars from Gylgamesh on Restream right now. So later on, we'll be, once we get switched over to Tofu, he's running the Octopath MSU. So we'll be hearing some of that later on as well. Yeah, Sea of Stars has great music. Game I didn't finish, Sheath. Thank you. I did not check Race Room. That's my bad. Right, I will make sure to say it right. Thank you, chat. All right, so she did get out a little bit ahead, but you can see that Gilgamesh's execution speed managed to catch up to her. But again, we're gonna hit really good times having that mirror. All right, so 14, 419, good times, just 10 arrows in the sink today. We'll see if the runners take the standard boot start. Looks like both of them are. Standard here is Bonk Rocks, check Lumberjack, Ledge, and then head to Skullwoods, head to the Lost Forest. So Bush Crab, what do you got? Just hearts for us. Tier 1 also just hearts. And that's going to be a big 20 on the ledge today. We're never going to come back for that. So right now we don't know if agate's going to be required. Definitely not going to be required for that 20 rupee. Gylgamesh choosing to pick up that heart early on. That's a good play. Tofu also picking up the heart. Okay, there's another big item early on. Get with that. Picking up our ocarina. So that's gonna open. Yeah, I know, flute. Just wow. My brain today, apparently, that's what's going on. So. Alright, so interesting there that we saw Tofu grab that extra bomb from the block rocks. Alright, game. Got hammer. Everybody's favorite item, the the bug net. Yeah, bug net is go mode. Game giving us another heart there. 600, yeah, 2 green 300s right away. I wonder how soon it's gonna give us logical Zora access here. Quake or Ether. Alright, Cry the first to activate the flute. Let's hope Gylgamesh remembers. Yep, we're gonna run back up and get that activated. Gylgamesh gonna buy some bombs. Definitely not hurting on money to go ahead and grab those bombs. Oh, Tofu oops and ran right by the back of the brewery. She does loop back to get those 50 rupees. Nothing in library. Alright, let's see if either runner just goes for it. Nope, we're not going to blind check. Gylgamesh chooses to go check it. Heart piece, and here we go with flute. Let's see where these runners go to next. Headed straight to South Shore. And here's our first divergence as Tofu does head to the mountain and is going to rescue that old man. Not in logic yet without a lamp, but these runners don't need that lamp. Even I, who am a middling runner at best, can do this one. So, all right, 7 hearts. We're not going to worry about picking up the full heart container anymore. No, we'll pick up enough hearts along the way. Nice, really nice bomb strats there from Gylgamesh. That was just a 20 20 rupees bombs or something from nothing important there. Yeah, we did get our first bottle. On to Ice Rod Cave. Right, just 20 on top of Spec Rock. Is that Arcane? I'm gonna say it was. She is dropping down to grab it. Oh, it's our hook shot. That's even better for right now for routing. So she's gonna be able to check all of Death Mountain here. And it looks like I missed the map check on Tofu's side, but she did mark it. We've got a crystal in Eastern and pendants in Desert and Hera. And our last pendant's going to be Meyer. With, yeah, it's going to be Swamp and Skull for our 5-6. So. Alright, Tofu dropping into the Tower of Hera. We did see our first item, which was junk. Gylgamesh using fake the water rock, fake water rock here to check Sora, and it was a scam. So. If we needed a bomb to be able to set up the clip here, so go up, grab a bomb. All right, so our last item's either on Moldorm or in the basement. Sick kid, you should not store bombs under your bed. That is just dangerous. Desert ledge. Ooh, okay, that is our glove. Nice Moldorm fight there from Tofu. And last item is in the basement, which we can't get, but Tofu does pick up that green pendant, and I imagine we'll be heading across to finish out the Death Mountain checks, and then I would imagine Eastern, turn that green pendant in right away, check Saha, and maybe dip Eastern. All right, so Tofu knows that stun prize now is bombs, so that's a big help for her, as we do see Gylgamesh now on the mountain. Bombs there on Floating Island. Just a heart, a piece for Spiral Cave. And Gilgamesh sees that hook shot on his way to grab it. Tofu hitting the use button a second before she had those bombs up. He's rewarded with a few more bombs there at least. Alright, for now, Gylgamesh choosing not to do Hera. Right, book, flippers, and some life. Good finds there in Paradox. Tofu has her flew out, and she's going to start checking South Shore. Alright, so Gilgamesh sees, picks up that book, so he knows now where he can get Dark World access. If he goes back to Desert, see what he chooses to do here. Also interesting to see if he reads the tablet up here. So we know what's on Ether Tablet, even though we're not able to get it right away. Tofu picking up her first bottle. Yeah, so it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense for Tofu to check it. So Tofu had already completed Hera before she went over to Paradox Cave and picked up that book. So it did not make sense for her to double back to check it. It would make sense for Gilgamesh to check it because of the routing that he did. So that's why we don't know yet. So I 100% would not have gone back to check it either in Tofu's position. So those flippers are going to give us the man under the bridge check. Just 20 rupees. Tofu making good play here to use that flute. Flute back to 8 and then get in the portal. This way is going to check the island here and sees that it's just some bombs. It's not going to be rewarded with anything up here. And Gilgamesh does have the book out. I don't know what that is. Oh, Pearl. Oh, thank you, chat. Bunny Link be gone. That makes sense. That it's all right. So that is really good knowledge for Gilgamesh. That Tofu does not have right now. So we'll see how this plays out because now Gilgamesh knows where myths are because he knows that they're in Desert Ledge. He knows where the Moon Pearl is. So yeah, we are going to be looking for a second sword in Eastern Desert. Gilgamesh using gonna follow the flippers. Go check men under the bridge while Tofu doubles back and checks the shovel spot, which we know is just a piece of heart. Yeah, they're both about the same point right now as far as items left. So hopefully, with that being said, it should funnel Tofu back up there sooner rather than later. All right, so more diversions here. But again, Gylgamesh knowledge based makes sense on his part that he's going this route. Or it makes sense from Tofu's spot without the knowledge that Gylgamesh has as she's heading to Eastern. Yeah, it's a nice love on the ledge. We'd already seen it, so we knew that it was there. Once Gylgamesh found that book, he was going to come back here. There's another sword. All right, Tofu now is gonna see that glove as well. Yeah, crazy that we went from fighter sword there to tempered instantly. So I would imagine Gylgamesh is going to head there next after clearing what he can of desert and grabbing the mitt. So he's going to immediately go back up and grab that pearl and head to the Dark World. We have Dark World access now. We're just waiting to pick up that moon pearl. Oh, yeah, Egg Ledge was not important. As we see Tofu pick up the Butter Sword. Alright, so we know where all the swords are. Yeah, it was a big 20, yep. We could see some unfortunate bunny from Tofu. I don't know if, she's got checks available. Hopefully she follows the logic, the checks that are open. Yeah, I guess 100% not in logic and just doesn't make sense. Alright, and there's Gilgamesh's Butter Sword, so under 24 minutes for max sword on both players. And as expected, Gilgamesh had to pick up his Moon Pearl. Now, where we could lose time is if Tofu decides to dip Eastern. We're going to have to do Eastern at some point anyway, but that's going to be a time sink. If she heads back in there... Right, Gilgamesh first dipping into the Dark World does do map check. Gets everything marked off. No, we're not going to do Spike Cave yet. We're not in logic. We don't have enough hearts. Could do it with that blue potion, but I just don't imagine. Imagine he'll fleet to 4 and go through the portal. All right, let's see how hype Cave is today. And we see Tofu here making the right play, heading to Ether Tablet. to go ahead and get her Moon Pearl. Oh, Ice Rod. No Ice Rod hunt today. Samaria. And money. So, decent hype cave. I joke. It was a pretty good hype cave, getting Ice Rod and Samaria out of it. Yeah, all right. Gonna be about 26 minutes, and we're gonna be heading into our first crystal cave. And Tofu is following. Makes this, completely makes sense. All right, 10 arrows for our first item. Time for some specky action. Gylgamesh heading straight to the back here. 4 items left. ₹20. There's our compass. Our big key. All right, Tofu following the same path, heading straight to the back here. Should be a pretty quick fight on both runners with that butter sword. I'm gonna have to spin, hit him with the sword just twice, and that is crystal number 1 with 3 items left in swamp. We'll see if Gylgamesh chooses to go back in at this point or not. We have quite a few checks open. We can get into pod. We can do graveyard ledge. We're so many. We still need quite a few items. So Gylgamesh is going to head straight back in. Tofu making nice use of that ice rod. Quick kill there. Also learning that we have 3 items left. First item there is a full heart container to put Gilgamesh up to 11 hearts. So right, Tofu also heading straight back in. Makes sense. We're not going to leave 3 items this early. We can full clear Thieves Town. We've got items in Skullwoods we can at least check. We can't full clear without finding our fire rod. Got Graveyard Ledge. You know, can get into Pod. So just kind of where these runners want to go. Nothing on left side. Getting the Pombo's tablet, check out his way, makes sense, 100% sense. We're not gonna want to mess with this later. Heart piece. Gylgamesh going back into his portal. This is going to be K45, Flute Kid, and Dig Game. Right, 10 errors in K45. Tofu, you know, following the same path that Gil is here. Just, you know, a little bit of routing just makes her just, you know, that little bit behind in this route. 15 digs for 50 rupees. All right, we're 33 minutes in. We're going to go ahead and switch to Tofu's audio. She is using the Octopath Traveler MSU, so we'll listen to her music for a little bit. Not a game that I've played, but I know a lot of runners use this MSU, and it is really pretty. Right, Gilgamesh choosing to head straight down into Vu. I'm not going to check the front of Skullwoods at all. Tofu doing her 15 digs. Gilgamesh rewarded with bottle number 2 and a B. Gilgamesh heading into Thieves Town. And again, Tofu just following the same path. So now this is the best. These are best of 3, Sean. This is game 1 of 3. So right now, I don't believe they've scheduled game 2. But we'll That is where we're at. There's our big key. And our map. So still 4 items in the back of Thieves Town. Of course, at this point, we're gonna full clear it. Yep, Thieves Town's a crystal. A piece of heart there on Gylgamesh's side. Another green 300. Definitely not hurting for money in this game today. Sometimes we see runners, struggle. We front those 300s are not in good places, but definitely not an issue. And so far, really no items here in Thieves Town. We'll see if Blind has anything. What Blind has for us for that final item. On script so far, 2, 3. A little bit of dodging there. Be careful. Does get that third hit. Nose hits in right on time. And our fire rod. Alright, so we do have a good item here in Thieves Town. With picking up our fire rod. And I imagine that Gylgamesh will head straight up north to Skull Woods. Yeah, good decision on both runners today to not dip Skull Woods before heading into Thieves Town. Right, a heart piece puts Gylgamesh up to 12 hearts, so definitely not worrying about our health at this point. Would like to see at least one male upgraded. I'm sure, at least I would, if I was playing, so. And banger music here on Tofu side for the fight. and she get rewarded with her fire rod. Yeah, incoherent. I will agree. I switched over after the swamp fight on her side. So totally did. This is our first chance we get that chill atmosphere to this big boss music. But yeah, I'm here for it. All right, so little route divergence. Tofu going to check Bumper Cave, or Bumper Ledge, excuse me, to see what it is, and it's just a piece of heart, so we're not going to worry about that. Oh, yeah, I get that blue. Mobile can be hard sometimes to see everything, so 4 slashes with that sword, and Moth is down, and we rewarded with our map. So first 2 check, or 2 checks there, map and big key. All right, Tofu finding our first bow. That's going to open up Pod and Eastern for us, which are both crystals. Ped's dead. Wah, wah. Yeah, Cross, I could even see Gilgamesh choosing to mirror flute out of here and leave those checks at this point. What we say is ABCD, always be clearing dungeons. So yeah, we have 8 checks between Pod Eastern now, so Tofu time to fight Moth. Not going as well as Gilgamesh's fight did, not being as generous coming down. Does get kind of stuck up on those spikes, but Tofu does take Moth down. Yep, and as expected, Gilgamesh does mirror flute. And it's plan going in probably was North Dark World, but that bow changes everything. Right, Tofu going into this portal, more than likely going to check Pyramid Ledge. I can also see her picking up the big bomb here, as we do have it unlocked. Yep, and that is exactly what she's going to do. All right, no ball locked pod today. Item number 2, another small key. ₹20 on ledge. $10 arrows, ₹20. And Gylgamesh did pick up his big key there. Vanilla spot. Another small key in the bottom. And Tofu is going to go up and check Catfish. Imagine, depending on what we find here, these could be checks that Gylgamesh will do that Tofu's doing right now. This could also just be a time loss for Tofu if there are items in Pod Eastern that push us other directions. So we'll see how this plays out. Oh, another 300. We're not getting that. Gylgamesh headed straight to the boss before we head to the back. Makes sense for routing purposes that we're doing it this way. We'll definitely be coming back in for 5 items, though. Oh yeah, we've abandoned Graveyard Ledge, King's Tomb entirely. Got through the dark rooms there, did light the torch to help in that second room. And on to Helmasaur King. Nice fight on Gilgamesh's side as Tofu choosing here to go Eastern first. And there is our Power Glove. So that great find there for Gilgamesh. It's going to open up ice, completable ice. Completable. We have a completable words. We don't have our pendant knowledge yet. See if we can get into Meyer, and so we'll see if how that plays out. Yeah. Yeah, there's a very real possibility that Gilgamesh is in go mode. We don't know medallions. I don't believe we know medallions for TR. So that's why he's choosing to abandon and head into Eastern would be my guess. At this point, he's playing as if he's in go mode. Would be. Yeah, not checking the back here. Is going to leave one item here as well, I would imagine. skeleton not playing nice. Nice fight. On Tofu's side, rewarded with just a heart piece and a crystal number 4. And this is going to be crystal number 5 on Gylgamesh's side. All right, Tofu heading into pod, and Gylgamesh heading to ice. Nice easy pin gator room. Sorted with our first small key. And Sushi Tofu in pod. Full heart container. Small key number 3. Alright, Tofu also choosing to go straight to Helmasaur King. Alright, there's Quake. So now it's really likely that Ether or Quake is going to be our TR entrance. No guarantee, but we're going to know soon enough here. Gylgamesh about to drop into Cold Stare. Dupes there to plus the beast and traps them in the corner with that gold sword. Easy, quick kill, very nicely done. I have no idea what he picked up there. He must have gotten an item. It was obscured by the fire, so maybe I have no idea what he actually got. Nope, not a medallion. I didn't see anything updated on his tracker, so he already had mitts. Mitts came from Helmasaur King. Or no. Yeah, mitts here on Helma. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there on Topus. I don't know if issues getting the cape. They were still trying to knock the face mask off, so that is unfortunate, and now even more time loss here for Tofu heading to the back. Of course, there's an item medallions back here that we need. That would be the only out at this point. So. Oh, it is Bombos. Alright, so we are not in go mode. Let's see if Bombos is under the doormat in Hookshot Cave. Bottle number 3 be number 2. Boomerang. Right. Tofu does get the hammer yump. Right. 14 tart container for Gylgamesh. Gylgamesh heading to the Maya region. Alright, so Gylgamesh not going to get punished for leaving anything in pod, not punished for leaving item in Eastern. Money and checkerboard, witch ledge, a piece of heart. Yeah, very well. I mean, you're not wrong. 4 items in pod, very tempting to go back to. But yeah, Blue Casserole, that is definitely the theme of the race right now. Yep, head's dead. Right, we know that these tracks that Gylgamesh is doing right now are dead. Imagine that he'll do. He's either going to do Catfish or he's going to go across and do Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb. So it is going to be Graveyard Ledge, King's Tomb here on Gilgamesh's side, as Tofu does match or does pick up crystal number 5. Let's go ahead and switch back over to Gilgamesh's audio now. He's in the lead, so that's how we play. And there is Bombos in the King's Tomb, and that's go mode at 1 hour, almost exactly 1 hour for Gilgamesh. At this point, Tofu doesn't have any further outs. Gylgamesh is not getting punished for leaving stuff behind today, and that's Tofu, unfortunate death against Helmasaur King, and then full clearing, Eastern full clearing pod. Making some notes for myself for interview times. Right, as Gylgamesh does head into here to TR. No early guesses. But yes, be thinking about what number you're going to put in. The guessing's going to be quick here. Once TR is done, we will get those guesses in, and the guessing will close when he picks up item number 1. We have about 4 minutes before then, as TR is just it's a long dungeon, even in go mode, so. Fire shield. Tofu about to drop into cold stare here. Gylgamesh makes it to the chain shop room. Gylgamesh down to half a heart. Let's go ahead and use that blue potion. As Tofu takes down Cold Stare for crystal number 6. Yeah, that was our only potion though, so we're going to be going into Ganon potionless. Not that I mentioned that'll be an issue for Gylgamesh, but that just commented that's what we're doing. No way we're going to go buy a potion, so. And Tofu is following the same path that Gylgamesh did, and we'll get the unfortunate knowledge that she is not in go mode. Yeah, so, we basically, the difference here, a little bit of early routing, but the big thing is full Eastern clear, full pod clear, death in Helmasaur King, and just, Gilgamesh's execution is so good. You just can't afford to make mistakes. So I mean, Gilgamesh got really lucky, right? Gilgamesh didn't, Eastern pod checks, did just not getting punished today for what he's doing. So Okay, we're gonna have to go to Laser Bridge to find our key. And number 1. On to try next. Tofu's gonna go ahead and check Spike Cave. Alright, 3 hits. Trinix is down. That is Piece of Heart. And crystal number 7. Alright, get your guesses in for where that GT big key is, 1 to 22. Again, I will leave it open until we see the first item, so till we see what's on the torch, or he picks up the first item in Hope Room. I always say number 8. Do see lots of guesses coming in. Keep them coming. Tofu hasn't done the Meyer checks yet. It's headed there first. And screen block at 1 hour and 8 minutes. And our torch is going to be 50. Guessing it's closed. Let's go. Sorry, Beauty. Too late. Number 2. Number 3, some powder. 4. 5. And we're going Dark Magician. Tofu headed into Meyer. Alright, 6 and 7, nothing. So about to see 8 through 11 here. Nine, 10, 11. As Tofu is in Meyer. All right, nothing on right side. Gylgamesh heading back to the left. Firebar room. That was number 12. $13. Tofu finding compass. Missed. Got a small key compass here. Not heading to cutscene chest. $13, $14. All right, so 14, 15, 16. Number 16 was our winner. Back through. Nustria almost got it at 15. Simplify streaming at 15. Oh, but Soho 87 hit it right on at 16 and does win our guessing game today. So GG's Soho 87. Tofu, working their way here through Meyer. I do apologize. I'm kind of just missing the checks that she's picking up. Must still be searching for that big key. Big key must be on compass in vanilla location today. There in Meyer. Gylgamesh on the climb. Oh, fetch quest item. I must have missed the big key pickup then. Yeah, I mean, she went where the density was. I mean, there's technically only 2 items in Meyer, but and there were 2 items, on Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb. But she hadn't been to the Meyer area yet, so this was her first trip to Meyer area, and she went straight in after she checked the closet and checkerboard cave. So. Getting to these dark rooms, they're pretty easy. Gylgamesh checking for silvers. Tofu trying to farm hearts there, not being successful. And Gylgamesh on to Moldarm 2. Ooh. Tofu down to 1 heart here. That's Baltic Cape. That is Moldarm 2 down. We do get a validation chest check and just get rewarded with 20 rupees. Yeah, you do have to pick that item up. Tofu does grab it, but does save and quit. Out of there, does not grab the pendant. See where she heads next. Believe that was a triple. Might have been a double. Those first 2 might have hit too close. Single. I don't know that was so close. Alright, so I think 2112. All right, time to drop into the pig. 10605. Only question is going to be where he says silvers are. And our last 300 there. I'm not sure where Tofu is headed here. I guess maybe basement, as Gilgamesh hits stage 4, and I missed the clue. Now Tofu's already been in Spike. Anybody catch the clue as to where silvers were? I was looking at Tofu's screen trying to figure out where she was going. Just said Dark World. Yeah, I guess Smith Chain. It's probably a Smith Chain, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, Graveyard Ledge is Light World. Not sure what we've missed in Dark World, so. Because this, I mean. Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't Smith light as well? But really, doesn't matter. Get your GGs in for Gilgamesh. He's gonna cross the hammer pegs. That's a good call. He's gonna cross the bridge here, take game 1 with an official race time. 1 hour 18 minutes, and where are we? 21 seconds. And Tofu does see the finish. And does forfeit at 1:18:29. Get your GGs in for Tofu as well. Good race from both runners. Just unfortunate. We do have Gilgamesh in setup. We'll drag him in. Welcome in, Gilgamesh. GGs.
Hello, GGs.
So interesting race. Tell us your thoughts on it before we get into it.
I mean, I was kind of nervous about it the entire time, because this seed obviously had, I mean, it was still pretty fast, but it had the possibility to be like a super jet, which I did not hit because I was probably over clearing a bit at the start. I felt bad about the going back in for left side swamp and everything, and then realizing that like all the other items were just on the way if you do your dungeons. So that felt kind of bad.
Yeah, you definitely didn't get punished at all for your skips. We're all questioning the 4 that you left in pod, but we figured you were thinking it was going to be, you were already in go mode, and there was obviously nothing there.
No, I was just. So the reason I went to Helma specifically first before doing the backup pod was like, well, if I get mitts, I can always chance that TR is ether, and then I'm in go mode. And because of a lot of the early plays that I did and the left side swamp, I was like, I'm gonna make this chance. I'm gonna take the chance. I still have Ice Palace that I'm gonna clear. I still have the stuff on Dark Death Mountain. So if I find another medallion in there, that's pretty good too. And then I did when I found Quake and Ice Palace. I was like, okay, great, this worked out. And then obviously it didn't. But
yeah, Tofu. I mean, your execution obviously is great. Tofu full cleared Eastern, and so that put her behind some. She took a death on Helmasaur King as well, unfortunately, and then just chose. She hadn't checked the Mire area yet, and headed to Mire and cleared Mire out. And obviously, like she didn't find didn't find Bombos before you finished. But yeah, that was you guys took were pretty close on the same route, right up until she saw Bombos, and then she went to Meyer. So
Gotcha. Yeah, I kind of wanted. So part of the reason I went back into Swamp, was because I wanted to make those flippers worth something, the early flippers, because they didn't lead to anything in the light world. They didn't lead to anything in the back of Swamp. So I figured, let me go back in for 3 items, and then that's kind of why I did Pyramid Fairy early as well, was because Swamp was one of the red crystals, and I still wanted to see if those flippers were important or not. And then that kind of led me up to the North Dark World checks, rather than doing other stuff.
Yeah, she had already checked those checks before you grabbed that bomb, so we knew there was something there, and we were just questioning if you were going to head to Catfish or cut across to King's Tomb, and obviously that was you cut across,
Yeah.
and that was the game for you. So, but yeah, so winner game 1, round of 16. You guys don't have game 2 scheduled yet, is that correct?
It is same time tomorrow.
Okay, well, we'll see if we can get that scheduled on one of the SpeedGaming channels for tomorrow. But otherwise, good luck. Good luck in the rest of the tournament. And
thanks for doing comms.
Yeah, you are very welcome. I always love doing comms for this tournament. So, yeah, with that, we will go ahead and say thanks, everyone. Keep an eye on all your SpeedGaming channels for future Link to the Past races, as well as everything. And we will catch you next time. Bye, everyone.